Hello, hello, hello. I am coming on for a live today, sharing with you some fun discounts, making sure that you see that I have a discount here for you today. If you go to onestroke.com, my website, you get 20% off through the end of this month, which is just another week. It's the day after Christmas. Is that right? So the code is 122420 when you go to checkout to get that 20% off. And my website has all kinds of wonderful things for you as we are painting the one stroke painting. So I'm really excited to be on. Good morning, everybody. And as we are getting ready to paint, I want you to think about what we're using. We're using acrylic paint. So it's multi-surface paint. All right. It's folk art multi-surface. And it's my go-to acrylic paint for one-stroke painting. So I created one-stroke painting many years ago. Hello, Miss Sally and Veronica and Rosanna. Hello, hello. I'm excited, especially for all of you who have never seen one-stroke painting before. And I think that you're going to enjoy seeing some paintings today that you thought, that is kind of fun. So we have the Donna Dewberry channel, which this is what you popped onto. And what happens here is that I have a couple of free lessons every single week. So on Wednesdays, I have Relax and Paint, just a fun try me paint. And on Fridays, every Friday, I come on and I do practice strokes with you. So if you've always wanted to learn how to paint, never thought you could, I have to tell you, come on with me on Fridays and learn how to do this painting technique. I taught myself at home. I have 7 children, now 30 something grandchildren, and we just love to paint and create. So I'm excited for you to be on, and I'm going to get started. And the first thing I've done is I put a few paints out. This is wicker white, some medium gray, and some floaty medium. Okay, good morning, everybody. So I'm going to come in with a 3/4 inch flat brush. And these are one stroke brushes, Donna Dewberry brushes. Good morning. I just love watching you going to paint crazy. Yes, I like painting crazy in 2025. Hey, listen, I'm ready. I have some cool stuff. We're going to do oversized painting the whole month of January and more. So, hello, Miss Dawn. So, I'm going to go ahead and jump into painting. I just want to share some fun things with you today. This is the discount you're going to get for anything you purchase on onestroke.com. You put in, when you check out, you put in 122420 and get 20% off. So that's my little gift for y'all for the rest of the month. I want you to see I have some fun, different projects that where we're using stencils. So I'm happy too that you guys popped on this morning. Thank you for being here. I'm hoping to draw in some people who've never seen one stroke before and get you guys all excited. My voice has been gone, so I haven't been able to be on very much through this last week and a half, but it is a little rough. But hey, listen, we're painting, so that should be fine, right? So I have 11 by 14 canvas. I'm going to turn my camera down. Just give me a minute. Sorry. But we are going to, there we are. It had me upside down, but now we're good. All right. Oops. Tighten that baby up. There we go. All right. So I want to put a fun background on. I really like doing different kinds of backgrounds, trying to make you guys not sick. All right. So let's come over a little bit more and straighten it up. All right. Now, what's going to happen? Sorry. Be sure to go watch. I did a fun project on the PJ party. That's right on my site too. So that's a good thing to watch today if you get a chance. All right. So I am on a white canvas. I am going to dampen my brush, and then I'm going to start picking up paint. I want you to see this is my double loader. I almost dropped all that paint upside down. I do sound so much better. So I put out some colors I'm going to share with you. And then this is at my double loader. So if you go to my site, This is going to help you be able to get double loading strokes, one stroke strokes on your brush and feel comfortable like you're an artist immediately. Okay. So I'm going to put that to the side and we're going to start putting a background. So let me show you. I like different backgrounds. Look at this. This background with some watercolor looks. Excuse me. This background was with some stencils in the background. Of course, I got a tickle. Let me get some water here. All right, so now I'm going to pick up some white and then just little bits of medium gray and floaty medium. This clear liquid is what we use instead of water. All right, so I'm going to come across the background here, and I use Donna Dewberry painter sponges to put the background on sometimes instead of this. I'm sorry. There we go. All right, so we're going to put like the snow flurries, okay? Just wait till you see what we're gonna paint. All right, so let's come down a little bit more so it's all on there, because if you're on a phone, some people say they can't see. A great day finally caught you live. I'm live, and this is a good time to be live when lots of people are home. I got up this morning and I'm like, I'm tired of Hallmark movies at this point, and anything else and that we are just tired of watching. We watched tons of westerns and old movies, and we loved it, relaxing. And we both have this bug, so it feels good to be on. Hello, Amani. Big hugs to everybody. I was out there trying to tell many of my friends Merry Christmas, and I'm thrilled for 2025. And it's just really soon. Do you believe this year, 2024, came and went? Jeez Louise. I'm ready for some fresh new year. What about you guys? Okay, so see, I'm trying to cover the canvas because this has a sealer in it. And good morning, Leanne and Kathy and Vicky and Dawn. So what happens is this has a sealer in it. So if I paint something after this dries, if I paint something I don't like, I can just take a wet paper towel and wipe it off. All right, so now look, I'm going to go into this medium gray. And I am going to come here and I am going to get the illusion of some evergreen trees in the background. Can y'all see that? See, I mixed it in with the paint so that it's just like see-through. Does that sound good? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, guys. What? I didn't even know I had my phone in here. Okay, so look, we're going to come right in here. See, I want an illusion of this in the background. What size brush? Sorry, this is a 3/4 inch flat. These are acrylic paints. I'm going to grab a touch of green. These are acrylic paints and they're multi-surface paints, which means exactly what it says. They go on all kinds of surfaces. All right. So look, I'm on the chisel on my brush and I teach everybody as if you've never painted before. So if you're out there and you always wanted to paint, listen, 2025 would be a great year to start. All right. So I just want you to see I could put a little bit of this is sap green. I put a little bit in there so that when you have that gray look, but we also have a little bit of greenery. All right. So let's put one more kind of an illusion of one in here. All right. We're going to flick some snow on here later. All right. Now I am going to show you a little trick. So that's the first part, just getting that ready for us. All right. And then I need this to be kind of dry. So I have two ways to do this. You could use a blow dryer. as a hair dryer, or you can use my heat pen. And this heat pen is also online. This is perfect for when I'm painting on glass and I'm painting on little things that I need just one area dry really quick, especially on glass painting when we want to do reverse glass painting, or we want to do wine glasses and we want to add something to the bottom or in the background. So now, see, because it's got a sealer in it, you'll get a shine. Like that's why I touch to see if it's dry, because it looks so shiny. Now we can flick glitter and all kinds of fun stuff on this. Which colors did I use? Okay, let me tell you again. This is a little bit of sap green, wicker white, medium gray. All right, and these are all wonderful acrylic folk art paint, and this is my go-to paint right here. So folk art multi-surface paint. I have all kinds of paint kits. If you're brand new, there's beginner kits. There's everything you can imagine right on my website. And real quick, this is a live, so I'm showing you a benefit for watching One Stroke Advantage on my YouTube channel is that onestroke.com is my website to go get any of the products. Yes, give me thumbs up, guys. And it lets YouTube know that you like what I'm doing. And for the rest of this month, for another week here, 20% off. And when you check out, not till you check out, you punch in 12, 24, 20. Okay, 12, 24, 20. All right, so now this is what I'm going to show you, a little trick that I use a lot. And that is I have made stencils. Okay, so I'm going to put a stencil with birds. Can you see I did a row of vintage birds that are small, and see all the different segments, and it makes it where you see where to paint different parts. And then I took those same guys in twos, and like I put this on a pocket of a shirt or a different, painting projects that I'm doing. So I'm going to come right across here, and I've got these great stencil brushes. Okay, you get 3 in a set. I've never had a stencil brush like this. If you ever tried to stencil and you're like, I'm not good at stenciling, I want you to know you can stencil unbelievably with these synthetic nylon bristles, and see how it's flat and smooth and it doesn't go under the stencil on you. So look, I'm going to come in here. Let's get a little bit of gray. All right. Now this is your magic trick. All right. So I'm rubbing that. I don't dip way into that. You really should. I was bad. Come over here to the edge. Then you rub it into the bristles. The dry brush, you can't use a wet brush to do this. All right. So then you go to a paper towel and you rub it off. All right. You rub it off. Stencil brushes. See, look at what everybody's saying. They are amazing stencil brushes. Okay, so you have to let the background dry. Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to come in here, and I have this cute little design I want to do with all these cute little birds. Okay, so I might not do that bird down there, but look, I want to come in here. I'm making circles to the left, circles to the right. All right, and I put the branches in here. Now lift it to see if it's showing up. See, you just want it to show up. All right, and I'm not going to use all of those, like I said. I'm going to come in here, and I just want to get the silhouette. All right, so you don't have to trace your pattern. I'm going to take, and I picked up a little bit more paint, went back to my paper towel. All right, and here's the last little bird. This bird, because of the beak, sometimes I've turned it into a parrot. So it's just like a template, so you don't have to draw all freehand. Okay, so I can come over here. Let's flip it around, and let's add one more bird over here. All right, let's add one more. All right, so I can't wait for you to see what this is going to turn out to be here. Okay, so that stencil is called the Vintage Birds. All right, so now I'm going to let's get a 16 flat. The dark green handles are my value pack of brushes. Those are the best still, and those are the most used brushes. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to come across, and we want to put in our branch here first. All right, so I'm going to use a couple of different colors here. I'm going to use a little bit of that medium gray And I'm going to pick up some asphaltum. I'm going to work this in, and I can pick up a little bit of white. All right. So white, asphaltum, medium gray. And so we multi-load this brush. And so I'm not doing the traditional double loading right now. I'll show you that later. All right. So then this is what happens. I'm going to come across here, and we are going to put these branches in here. All right. So a little bit more brown. All right. The asphaltum. All right. Let's pick up gray asphaltum. Okay. And I'm up on the chisel. Okay. And we're going to come right here, and we'll have some pine. Look, I can come between the two and double load those. All right. And I'm going right over the birds, but when I come back, I'll probably take and restroke this branch after. Okay. All right. There we go. We're going to put some pine boughs coming down from the pine tree. All right. Now, you know what I am missing? I want some more burnt umber. So this is a raw umber asphaltum, but I need some dark brown in here a little bit. Okay, so what do y'all think? This is going to be fun when you see what it turns out to be. If you watch this when we're not live, you already saw the picture, but for all those who are just on here, and you're going to do it with me. All right. Now, what we're going to do, good morning, everybody. Merry Christmas. All right. So I'm going to come down a little bit more so we see these little guys here. So I am going to come down to like a 10, and I'm going to use some muted colors. So I'm going to use for my birds this linen with right in here. Let's pick up some this is raw umber. All right. And then I work it in. All right. So all the tummies in here. So we're going to come right under here, pick up some more of that linen. And we're going to do all the tummies right there, right over here. Let's pick up the raw umber, a little bit here, and linen. And we want it kind of artsy. We're not making it smooth today. All right. So here's his tummy. It's over here. He's looking back. Okay. All right. Now we're going to come under here. All right. See his little tummy there? That's a side view. And then I'm going to come across here. All right. So what happens as we come to the side view here, we're going to get a little bit more of the gray and the asphaltum. And we're going to come right out here and make little wings on the outside. Okay. Now just wait. It's going to be fun to see what this guy turns into. So the little tail down here just kind of comes down here. Let's do the tail here while I've got the dark. All right. I just wanted to do something kind of cute and different. All right. So right in here as his tail comes under here. With a little bit of linen. All right. This is a 12 flat. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming on. All right. So I'm going to pick up right in here and put some browns. This is asphaltum, a little bit of gray and raw umber. A little bit of linen. Okay, and there's his wing. Okay, his wing looks really big, but I'm going to put a Santa cap on them, so we will be fine. All right, and here's this wing coming down. So let's put a few feathers in here. All right, so what helps us is that I have the body and the head and the tail in segments, so you know exactly where they go. All right, so this tail is going to be down here a little bit. All right, put a little bit of burr number in there. And then we're going to come right around here and around here and put his tail down in here. All right, so right now it doesn't look like perfect, but guess what? I'm going to come here and put a little bit of white in here, a little bit on his cheeks right here, and a little bit on his cheeks right in here. And you can see the eye through there. Okay, a little bit of white. A little bit of white here. He's got a little round cheek right there. And a little bit right here. Okay, 12. We're going to put some white in here, right in his tummy. A little bit of white underneath the neck there. All right. So what do y'all think? Can you tell anything yet? I got to finish his wings. Put a little bit of white on both cheeks and a little bit of tail in here. His tail's right here. All right. See the tails? So this little guy's perky. His tail's up. All right. So I'm wiping this off and then I'm going to finish their wings. So I'm steadying with my little finger. I'm steadying my stroke. See, so it goes around like this. All right. So, all right, we're going to put a little bit of branch coming up here so it catches that guy. And see, I'm coming across here a little bit. So to go back here where that branch is, and then they have little talons. So I didn't think I was going to, but I'm going to put a little bit of licorice out here. All right, tell me what you think. I like seeing thumbs up means you're telling YouTube that you like what I'm sharing. Helps them show our lives a little bit more. So I come on with lives here and there. So if you haven't subscribed to the Donna Dewberry channel, I asked you to please go subscribe. It's free, and ring the bell, because the bell is saying Donna's on. Some of my friends are here on with me. All right. So we're going to take licorice and we're going to just streak a little bit of white. Okay. So then while you're doing that one stroke, you are shading and putting the little talons on at the same time. See, with a little bit of white, a little bit of white. You could get gray, but black, licorice, and white make gray. All right, so we put the little talons there. All right, this little guy's right here. All right, and this one. Now, this is a really loose painting. This isn't like exact, all right? And then we could put a little beak in here. But I think I'm going to wait and put the beak and all after I put his little hat, all right? So what I'm going to do, maybe I'll go to a smaller brush. And my set of brushes, you're going to like my set of brushes. There's 10 most used brushes, and it's under $20. So then you take 20% off. So you're not getting craft brushes. You're getting good painting brushes, one stroke painting brushes with a set, and they're my most my value pack. It's the most valued brush set. That brush is still too big. Okay. Oh, no, I'm not doing the beak. I thought I was going to do the beak. I washed it up and I put red on here. So this is apple red. All right. So I'm going to put a little cap on here. All right. I'm going to turn this so you can see me put it on here. So here's his cap. All right. So on top of each one of these little guys, I'm going to come here and then I'm going to make a little pom-pom. All right. So then on this guy, I'm going to come right here and we're going to put white right against the face for the fur on his cap. So I'm going to come right across here. All right. And I think I'm going to make this one go up a little bit. All right. Right, so all across here, and this is kind of cute, all across here, I'm going to put little caps. And we're going to come right up here. All right, that pom-pom and that pom-pom is going to hit. So then I'm going to come right here. So this is just apple red. Sound good? Apple red. And I'm going to come right out here with a little bit of the pom-pom. All right, I'm getting ready to start painting Easter eggs. All right. I will be doing an Easter egg hunt in my community for special needs children. Melissa, you're awesome, honey. Thanks for sharing your painting. I also shared out the video. Well, thank you, Trisha. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I want to put a little bit of licorice in the cap. So I can put red or floating medium, but because the paint's wet, I'm going to just use floating medium is that medium right there. But it needs to be, this red would need to be dry. So I'm using for my medium, the red paint. All right. So then I can come in here. Oops, that's way too much paint. Sorry. All right. I'm going to come over here and pick up a teeny bit of licorice. And we're going to come right across here. All right. And right across here. Oops. Let's get red and pick up a teeny bit of licorice. All right. So I'm going to hold this up. Come in here with a little bit of shading. See? And I put it in there at the same time I put the red. All right, so I can come in here and now take a really little, like a 2 flat, also in your set, and of brushes. I'm going to pick up medium gray and a teeny bit of licorice. Okay. All right, now what's going to happen in each one of these is I'm going to put the beak. Okay, now I'm going to bring my stencil back up so that I can see his little beak in here. All right, so this one, his beak's right there. Now you can let this totally dry and put the face back on here and do the beak that way, the features. But I am going to come right here, and it's a triangle going down, and this is a 2 flat. All right, and then this guy, his beak's going over here, which you have to remember he's going to have fur, so I don't want to have his beak not show. So here we go. All right, so I'm going to come right out here, and the beaks go. This is what I like to share with you. The beaks go in to the head and out to a V. All right, so make sure this one's also, he has a beak coming this way and down. And then this guy's got his beak over here. He's looking back at everybody. Okay, now I'm going to come back and put the eye a little bit later. All right, and what we want to do now is I'm going to blow dry this really with my heat gun. Oops, darn it. I just put water in there. We don't want that. All right, so we're going to heat that up. Can y'all see? It doesn't look like much yet, but we put just a little bit of detail, and then they look really cute. All right, you got to move it because it is a heat. All right, see the thickness here, and when it's thick, it gets shiny. All right, so when we put our fur on here, what will happen is it will turn pink if this paint's not dry. So what I want to do is I want to show you some other stuff while that's drying up a little bit. All right, so I'm going to get these little baby rakes I have. You get 2 in a set. And this is something I just came up with so I can have little painting. And I have one that's bigger. It has some stencils. I know I've got all kinds of fun stencils. I want to show you a little bit more later. All right. So what I'm going to do is we're going to wet this brush a little bit. And we're going to come right here. And let's get a teeny bit of licorice. And I want you to see that I can come right under here. This is water. I usually don't use water. We use medium, guys. But I'm going to put a teeny bit of furry effects on here, okay? So look, we're going to come in here. And I like when we do owls and all, we're going to come right in here and put a little bit. Let's just grab a little bit of white even. So we did put the body in there so you'd see where the body goes and the wings and the tails. But see, we're going to put a cute little, furry little head in here. A few little spots. I'm going to put a little bit of licorice again. Pick up all 3 or 4 colors. All right, so I touched that red by accident. But see how these little feathery strokes with this rake brush? This is a rake brush. I don't know if I said that. This is the smallest one. It's the 1/4-inch rake. And I use this for mustaches and fur on little penguins and all kinds of different animals. And I do grass and all with this because it makes it really nice when it's little. So see, I put a little dark right under the branch so that you can see depth. All right, so look, we're going to come along here and I'm going to pick up a little bit of asphaltum. Look, right under here. All right. I can also put a little bit of white. See, when you know where the body parts are, where the tummy's here and the tummy's here, and then the cheeks are right there. A little bit more white there, because then we know where each part of it is. Little cheek right in there. So this is just straight paint, wicker white. All right, now watch this. I can bring a little bit of white down, a little bit of feathery, a little bit in here. So see, we want to rake it onto the tummy a little bit. All right. He's a little funny, isn't he? All right. But when we're all done, you're going to like him. All right. So I'm going to get a little bit more water. And we're going to come right along here. Oops. See, that's too much water. But see how I can rake And right in here, where this is coming from behind, you want to put a little bit of licorice. A little bit of licorice here. Okay. All right. So let's see if that's dry. I think it's dry enough, but I really don't want it to turn pink. All right. So I have this little small scruffy brush. Where's my baby scruffies? All right. And what we're going to do is we take the scruffy brush. We don't want to feather this out too much. And we want to come in here with some white and tap it. This has to be a dry brush. And we don't go in the middle of the paint ever, guys. All right, we're coming out here. All right, so what I want to do is, I think I want to do, this might be too big still. We want to tap for there. This brush isn't going to work. It's too big. So I'm going to go, and you can tell I haven't done this before. So I'm going to get a 1 round, okay? And so then I can take and just pounce it here. And I moved over here because it looks like it's dry. Okay, so let's see. We're going to come all here. And then we're going to put a pom-pom here. Okay, all right. But we are going to put a little bit of licorice around this to give it shading. All right. Oops, I think I picked up red, so I cleaned it off on the paper towel. So we're just tap, 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 and get that fur cap on there. And then when we put the eyes on, he'll come alive. I've been dying to do this all Christmas, and so all month. So I thought I'm just going to make it alive because I ran out of time. Okay, but then I didn't have a voice because of this bug that we had. All right, so I'm gonna grab a little bit of gray at the same time so you see. Here we go. And I'm gonna put a little bit of gray in there so you see. A little bit of gray. Right here is where I picked up pink. All right, so I'll put a little gray there, a little bit of gray on here. So you want to put a little bit of gray so it shows up. So you have to see dark. You got to have dark to see light. So that's kind of what I'm trying to show you here is we are going to come right on top of here. Pat, 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 pat. And let's put some gray there and gray here. And then up here, we're going to put some snow on here and some pine boughs. Okay. I want that eye to show, and I just covered where the eye is going to go, so we'll see. All right, so I can, with a damp brush, I can come up here with a wet brush and then lift some of that off. Okay, so there's no mistakes, okay? So then I'm going to grab some gray so you can see it out here. A little bit out here, a little bit along here. A little bit of gray in here. Well, I can even, let's see, I'm going to put a teeny bit of licorice. Watch this. See how I put licorice under there? So when I put licorice in here, then I could come back and put a little bit more white. Okay. I know this is tedious, but it's kind of fun. I usually do flowers, so go check out my lives with a bunch of flowers. All right, so what I'm going to do now is take this little teeny one script liner, and I'm going to take a little bit of licorice. I roll this on the one strip. Okay, and I'm going to put its eye right there. Okay, he's got a cute little eye. All right, so I put a little bit of licorice along the beak. Okay, now I'm not going to stop here. I am going to put a little bit more detail on the face. So we got the eye there. Oops, that had red in it. Okay, and then we have one little eye there, little eye here. See how they come alive now? Okay, but then I have this kiss tool. It's a wipe away tool actually. And so I can come in here and pick up a teeny bit of white on the tip, and I can put little dots of white. So a little teeny dot of white. Now what happens if I get too much white? Then I'm going to come right back and put a little bit more licorice back there. So I put a dot, a dot. All right, now let me go back and put licorice. So see, it was just a little bit too much. So then I just come back and I just took it all off. A little bit of licorice there, a little bit of licorice there, but the white's still there. All right. And the two-strip liner has, I know it's longer, but it has a nice, where is it? I don't have any out yet. All right, with the two-strip liner, the very point of it's really thin. All right, so if I take that, all right, guys. All right, so we're going to take one more. Okay, so I am going to take this little bit of licorice and I'm going to shape the beak a little bit more. Just a little bit. There we go. I don't want to hook here. Remember what I said? Let's take that flat. Let's take that off. All right, so now I'm going to put some pine. All right. Put a little bit more white here. With a little bit of linen. There we go. All right. Little bits of cheek. All right, guys. So let's take our 12 flat again. Or here's a 10. This will work. All right. So we're going to pick up some linen and sap green. And let's get some asphaltum. Put that in there too. Now what I want to see, and this is pretty easy for you guys, we're going to come along here and we're going to be in the chisel, up on the chisel with all those colors. All right, so I just go back into my palette, pick up those colors again. All right. We're going to pick up the linen and the sap. See, pick them up right there. We're double loading as we're picking it up. You can put asphaltum. So you have multicolors. All right. Pick up the linen and sap and dip some asphaltum. All right. I like to bring this linen in here. All right. We're double loading. You split the brush to pick that up. You see this one? We're going to put a branch right in the middle of it. All right. Okay. Now what happens is I want it to be even lighter. So see, I can pick up some white or some linen and make it a little bit more muted. All right. So it doesn't have to be quite as dark as I just did. A few pine needles. Pine needles stay. I'm not in all these snowy areas, but in Florida and in North Carolina, I've seen that you still can see pine needles. All right, so it's a little bit muted. All right, and a little bit of. So you're using a flat brush and you're multi-loading it, and then it gives you all this color at one time, guys. So a flat brush and all this color. All right, so there's linen and white. All right, let's see. Now I want to show you that this is all right here in front of us. So that scruffy brush that I wanted to use, the 1/4 inch scruffy, it's got to be all dry. And now I'm going to come in with this and I'm going to put snow on these pine boughs. See how it's on the branch? I got to fix this guy. He's got a funny face. All right. So we're going to put heavy white. That's why I wanted the background to have some color. All right. And then put some white along here, the snow. A little bit of snow in here. All right. And that's just with that 1/4 inch scruffy. All right. We'll put some snow up here on the branch. All right. And we can put a little bit in here. All right. And I did take a little bit, I thought I'd take a little bit of the rake brush and put a few wisps of color of snow up here. Just a little bit. See, so this is back to the rake brush. A little bit of white on the tops of those. All right, so this little guy needs something. I'm going to come right across here and put his little cheek back in here. He is sad, but I'm going to fix him. All right, and he could be cute. These guys could be a little bit cuter if I put a little bit of holly. All right. Let's see, I have a 2 flat in here. It's a little too flat. All right, so I'm going to come in here with sap green and a little bit of white maybe. All right, so I'm going to put some green. A little bit of green on his neck. Okay. And then we can put some little berries. All right, he can have some holly. And we'll put a little berry on him. So we have some green here and some green there. All right, put a little bit. All right, and I got way too much paint. Can you tell? I'm wasting it. And we put little red berries with this. It looks like a candy kiss, so we call it a kiss tool, but it is a wipe away tool. They're very inexpensive. They're rubber, and oh my gosh, they're wonderful. So I want to show you how quick and easy. See, that really helped it, didn't it? Anyway, I still think my eyes, some of the eyes aren't showing. A little bit bigger. I need to, you guys, let me tell you what my students say. Quit, Donna, stop. So I should have stopped way back when I got the caps on and said, okay, let's go to the next thing. Okay. That kind of fun? Yeah, just a little bit. All right. So what I want to show you is that we are going to just take some colors that I have here and show you that I could take a flat brush. I'm going to grab the two colors here and work it in. All right, so red and white, and I'm going to come right here and show you that we can pick up and do 5 petals. I'm going to keep coming over here and picking up the color, and then I'll take it, I split it here, and I work it in there. All right, so, all right. All right, we're going to pick up more paint. All right, now what happens, guys, is we're going to come right in here, and I'm going to do another row of petals in between. All right, so you're picking up paint, flattening it, and we're going to come right here and here. So on my site, you get this 20% off, guys, and on my site, you can pick up beginner kits, and there's all kinds of from less than $10 to a full size 72 bottles of paint. There's all kinds of kits that you can pick up. But I want you to see that this same stroke, all right, let me come over here. I'm going to pick up white and double load the sap green. Work this in. All right, and then let me show you what happens here. We're going to come here. All right, and we can do long slender leaves. We can come, oh, so it's dry, so I can go into the floating medium, work it in again. All right, and I can come right here and do the same stroke I'm doing on the flower. All right, or I could make long slender, or I could do pine needles. All right, so all you have to do too is put some citrus down. All right, so I can come over here and dip, grab my citrus, work it in, and look what happens here. Bring some bright color in here. All right, you can go over anything you're not happy with. All right, and all right, I can also take the handle of the brush and I can put some dark and light in here. And sometimes I put moon yellow on top of these to get you. Oh, you do have the bird stencil, so that works out good. So what you're going to do is that you pick up the paint, and this double loader makes that all happen for you, so you can easily do this. And look at this. We can do a leaf that is a holly leaf. And you can do an ivy leaf. And I break it down into simple strokes. And then you put that heart leaf in the middle. Okay, you pull the stem in there. All right. And so just really quick and easy strokes. And that's how I build my flowers too. So I'm going to set this back up here while I show you some very fun products that you can that help you be really good. So let me share with you what's going to happen is this is onestroke.com. You get 20% off through the end of the month here. So for a week. And when you buy anything on my site, you're going to get 20% off. And you're going to put, when you check out, please do this before you pay or it doesn't work. You put in 12, 24, 20. All right. So you can screenshot this. It's right here for you. Now, let me show you a couple more things that happen when you're using the stencil. All right. So this is my stencil. It's called Bottles and Jars. Okay. So here is my snow globe. Look at that. That bottle I made into a snow globe, and I did all kinds of paintings. If you go look at lives where I took that right there and made a big ornament in the center of the painting. And there's the jars. See the bottles and jars. And this mason jar is the most popular used one besides this. And all you do is you stencil this part on, and then you move it over to make it a wider jar. And you stencil the top and move this down to make it a tall jar, tall mason jar. And I do those all the time. Mason jars full of wildflowers, and it's great classes. Okay. So then I want you to see these are stencils, and I created these stencils because so many of us feel like, I don't like patterns, so I like to do a really quick project and let me see if I've got this. Here's the bee. All right, so see the bees? Look how pretty those bees are. That's 2 steps here. You stencil the yellow and the white, and then you come back and stencil the black. So see, they're baby ones. So I have the big bumblebee and the little one. And then these are the big fat bumblebees that I have in my garden sometimes. And then I wanted you to have be kind, so you could put a bumblebee there and the word kind. I did the kind in different typesets. Then humble and kind, I think is very important, and families and grateful. So there's all kinds of things there. Also, this stencil here is our best-selling stencil that I didn't make, but I love it. It's called Cherry Blossoms. All right, and so that's that stencil. So I'm just showing you some that you don't want to miss out if you go look at my stencils. Then let's look at this butterfly. So I have 2 different butterflies. All right. So, because people told me all the time, Donna, do butterflies because I can get one side of the butterfly to look good, but never the second wing. So these are the butterflies. So I have a monarch. This sometimes I do tall reeds and flowers, and then I put that big butterfly on it. But look at the monarch. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 sizes, so they can be flying away from you. A side view I use quite often. And then this is the second butterfly one. And the way you could tell the difference is this one has dragonflies also. So dragonflies, And every one of these, I made multiple sizes. So it depends on your project. So see on this one, I want you to see I use my big monarch. I think I used that one. All right. And then there's a size smaller. Okay. And so what you do is you stencil the light gray on, then you have all the segments to put your colors. All right. And then you could come back and stencil licorice on, but I'd rather you just add the licorice with your paintbrush. Okay. And then my last one to show you, but I have the entire nativity and ornaments and everything that you can do start right now for next year, because they're a little time consuming, but they turn out so fun. Okay. Now, this is one that I just wanted you to know that I wanted something that you could put on 11 by 14 if you're doing art shows or gifts or whatever, and you really quickly lay this on and then come back up with one flower. And so I have all kinds of these. If you go look online, all kinds of flowers I put on there. So this is a distressed background, which is one I used a lot. I even did that snow globe and did this on the ornament, and it looked like it was one of those detailed ornaments. And I put the thistle, dry flowers, look at those. And like you could do it and move it and put it a couple places. You move your butterfly and your stamp. And this really, you can read what this says. And I'm not going to read it for you, but it is wonderful for you. All right. So I want you to see this. And one of the things that makes a difference in one stroke painting is having the great tools that I have. And I wanted to share with you, there's all kinds of brushes for you here. And the set of brushes come in a lot of my kits. But if you start with nothing else but a double loader and this 10 pack of brushes, I'm telling you, there's all 10 brushes from scruffies to the two liners, two scruffies, two liners, and all these flat brushes, because most of my techniques done with flat brushes. So in this kit, not only do you get all of these 2-ounce bottles of paint, and this is 20% off, okay? You're going to get the sponge. This is my all-time most selling kit. So I just wanted to share it with you, especially if you got Christmas money or somebody that would love to learn how to paint. This kit is called Flowers of the Month. And I paint you a hand-painted folder in here. And I want you to see that you do every birthday flower for all 12 months, and see all these different backgrounds. I teach you with that sponge how to do all these different backgrounds, all the different flowers, and you get 12 reusable teaching guides. So they always say this is like having me at home with you, because those are what you're going to paint. This is February's, and I show you different designs that you can paint on wood, metal, glass. And so you're stroking those right on top of my strokes. You wipe it off with a baby wipe, a wet paper towel, and then you turn around and you paint your painting. All right. So there's all 12 months. And I also wrote in there what the meaning of each flower is. So there's July, there's May, there's September. Now look at this. Every stroke, every pattern is there for you. I think I could paint all day, every day, and not paint everything I want to do. All right. So like your first was January. That is such an easy one. But it tells you what different colors of carnations mean. Okay. And I show you how to do a tall version. There's a mason jar there. All right. Sweet peas. All right. Look at all this. Is one of the most popular. But guess what? The best part of this, guys, is you're going to get this kit. And by the time you take 20% off, I don't remember what that comes to, but you get 20% off. It's already marked down from the manufacturer on our side, and then another 20%. Most sold kit ever. The most people have bought this kit than any other kit over the years. And what I want you to see is that every one of these lessons is free on Plaid Donna Dewberry. See Plaid? Plaid Donna Dewberry on the Plaid site. all lessons, full length lessons. And I'm going to do step by step with you to paint it with you. So if you have this, you have the actual size that I'm painting. You can practice right here while I'm teaching you how to practice this. And then you can paint your painting with me. All right. So you get, the best part is everything's included but your canvas or your surface. But I have to tell you, you just walk around your house and you pick up something that you want to paint. And I love trash to treasures. Take something and say, I'm tired of this. I'm going to paint on it today. So there's the background sponge. Right, this sponge you will love. There is all of the paints, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 paints and the bottle of floating medium. And these are Folk Art multi-surface, so that means it goes on exactly what it says, multiple surfaces. And I want you to see that you can even, look, you can paint on glass, metal, ceramic. All right, Castaway, Live. Love the painting books. I have so many of them. Well, thank you, honey. Thanks for sharing that. I have people all over the world painting that never thought they could paint before. And I want you to see that what from large paintings where we go slow together to cute little bunnies. I even have this stencil for the coming up for Easter. And where when you stencil, all of this is one stencil, you lay it on, and then you can paint quick and easy with me. Um, I want you to see that you can go from fabric to trees and birds. And I want you to know if you have teenagers, children, sisters, neighbors, anybody who's going through hard times, painting helps you not think about your woes. So my grandson painted my sewing machine case because he wanted to paint something. See, that's awesome, Sandra. This is that bottle and jar stencil. All right. And I have this for all seasons. You can, I've got packets online. You can do the eucalyptus and the roses and baby sprouts. All of this is step by step with me. And so you can take the packets. The packets are full of step-by-step pictures, and people can't believe what they end up doing just by coming on my site here and learning how to do step-by-step with me, and then ending up with something that thrills you that you made. Even if I do this in 2 hours and you do it in a week, would you be blown away? So that's what I want you to think about, something that you can do that will lift your spirits. 2025 is going to be great for all of us. And so we are going to start a new everything this year, right? And so think about something new that you can do that will lift your spirits and make you happy. And this little little bird thing I did today, I hope that inspires you. And I appreciate all the support all year that you guys have been here for me. And some of you are just finding us, which makes me very happy. And so I would love you. You can go see me on Pinterest, on Instagram, on if you go to Pinterest, go to onestroke.com. And I've already done the homework for you and found tons of projects that you can paint. And I just one more time want you to go to my site, onestroke.com, put in your 20% discount. Just go check it out. I bet you that there's something there that you'll be excited to try with me. And until next time, oh, you have to go back. I don't even know where my paper went. Oh, here it is. You have to make sure that you check this out. onestroke.com. 20% off, 12/24/20 is what the code that you put in to get your discount. And I would love for you guys to join our membership. So our One Stroke Advantage is because we give you advantages, and every single month that you're a member, you can start for like $10. The $10 a month will give you 4 lessons, and then you have the opportunity to add $10 a month and get all the patterns and all and worksheets that you can print out. And then so there's just lots for you to see. So if you get a chance to just go look, the One Stroke Advantage gives you 20% off, a new code every month that you're a member. When you are a member of One Stroke Advantage, You can go see for 300 or so lessons. You can go pick out and look at any of the past lessons. So everything that's new, because I stay up with the trends, and we put out a calendar each year, I mean, each month, so you know what's going on. And I stay up with trends, and you can grow your one stroke painting technique with me while I'm growing mine, because I challenge myself every month to give you something new. Then many times I've always wanted to paint, but never painted. So I would love for you guys to go see, join our Facebook group. It's Donna Dewberry's official one stroke group. So please try it, okay? I need to get back into painting. Haven't done anything since my husband passed away. Lisa, or Leslie, is Leslie. I am so sorry for your loss, honey. We've lost so many people this year. And my heart breaks for them and for us. But I have to tell you that when I lost my daughter years back, I was right when she was ready to start her life out at college, and her heart just quit for no reason. And the only thing that kept me not having insanity was I could keep going because I lost myself in painting, and I just felt more joy than anything because I had something to take my mind off of my loss. Love you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And we have so much ahead of us and so much to be joyful for and thankful for. So, uh, Pat and a few other women in our group lost their husbands recently, and it's just been really, really hard. We got prayers out there for all of you. We love you, and have a great rest of your little holiday if you're getting to have holiday. Happy New Year. And I have a voice. It's gruff, but I have a voice. Thank you for being on with me today. And please share with your friends and other people that might like to learn how to paint with me. And I'll be there for you. Message me on Messenger if you have any questions, because I would love to be there for you. Thank you so much. See you later. Bye bye.